The harder types of quadratics to factorise are ones which are in this format. The top one's a special case to spot, and this is where both parts of the expression are square numbers. It's a very common exam question, and we have to remember that x multiplied by x gives me x squared, and the square root of 49 is 7, and because I want a negative, it's going to be 1 plus and 1 minus. And the reason why this one works is because when we expand it, we get x squared, add 7x, minus 7x, and then minus 49, which is why I'm left with this small expression on top. The other type to spot are ones such as the one on the one at the bottom, where there's a number at the start of the x squared. So in this one, I'm looking for two numbers which multiply to make 5. Because I've got a 2x squared, I know it's going to be a 2x and an x, and I'm looking for numbers which multiply to make 5. In this case, it's 1 and 5, or 5 and 1, and because the whole question's positive, I know I don't need to consider negatives as well. So let's for a moment consider if it was 5 and 1 in our diagram. If we were going to expand this out now, we would end up with 2x squared, add 2x, add 5x, add 1. But when I simplify this, it doesn't give me what I'm after. So now let's consider the other option. Let's consider the 1 and the 5. Okay, again, when we expand this out, we'd have 2x squared, we'd have 10x, another x, and 5. And when I simplify this, yes, it does give me what I'm after. So they are my answers. It is going to be 2x add 1 and x add 5. So have a go at these three. The top two are just like the two I've gone through. The bottom one's a harder example. And pause before you see the answer. Okay, the top one's that special type of question, x plus 10 and x minus 10. The second one I know is going to be a 3x in the first part and an x in the second part. Again, I'm looking for numbers which multiply to make positive 5, so that's 5 and 1 and 5. And trial and error allows me to work out that it's this way round. Finally, on the bottom one, I'm going to set up my brackets first of all with 2x and x. I'm looking for two numbers now which multiply to make minus 5. That could be 5 and minus 1, minus 5 and 1, or the other way round, 1 and minus 5, and minus 1 and 5. And again, I have to try all these options in there until I get one that works when I expand it out. And the one that actually works is the last one of these examples, minus 1 and positive 5. That's the only combination which works.